name is Joanne Lockwood, and I am the founder and CEO of See Change Happen. We promote diversity and inclusion into businesses and organisations, and specifically focus on transgender awareness and transgender support in LGBT communities. This is part of one of our bite-sized modules, and today we're going to be focusing on models of engagement. See if you can recognise organisations that maybe fall into some of these categories. Firstly, I'd like to talk about isolation. Can occur when people work from home, disconnected from the main office, travelling. They can very quickly feel isolated, and it's important organisations need to recognise this and ensure that employees are kept in touch with, either by weekly Skype calls, Zooms, and certainly invited into the office periodically for training and just cultural satisfaction. Many organisations can suffer from this uniformity, this corporate fit, zero diversity. It's important to remember during the recruitment process, are we literally just trying to propagate people with the same type of degree, people with the same type of background, with the same type of experience? Let's question how that works. What we have to do though is avoid tokenism, where we're bringing in people specifically because of a characteristic, because of a tick box exercise. We need more women on our board, therefore we're going to just hire a woman. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but what we're in danger of doing is hiring people because of a characteristic, not because they're the best person for the job. People do need to be given help and fairness, so women's shortlists are very valid, but we need to be careful we don't tokenise people just to tick a box. If we do tokenise people, we've got to be careful we don't assimilate them. Quickly we can stamp the diversity, stamp out people's individuality and breed them back into a corporate model. So let's be careful that we value people as individuals. What we don't want to do though is exclude people through our processes, whether it's in recruitment, whether it's in our office layouts, whether we have different styles of working. We just need to recognise that people are individuals and each person has a specific need. Segregation can occur. Often occurs maybe when there's two different cultures, maybe corporate mergers, companies buy and sell each other, maybe the head office, the branch office. Different cultures can exist, not just within different characteristics. So again, we need to be careful that we have a corporate culture and that we spread that throughout the whole organisation. Otherwise, there's a danger that we bring people in silos, and actually we don't achieve what we're looking for. We can then just tolerate people if we're not careful, just bring them in, but again, leave them feeling isolated within the whole and not part of the majority. We're not giving people here the same opportunities to succeed. Maybe once they're employed, they cannot rise above a certain level. What we really want to try and see is sort of open inclusion model where people are valued. The company can see people for who they are. And studies show that organisations are more successful when they're diverse and inclusive. When we set up employee networks, it's important to remember that people fit into multiple different characteristics, multiple different backgrounds, whether it's gender, BAME, LGBT. We don't want to create more silos and more exclusion. So again, when we set up these networks, we need to make sure there is discussion between them and that people aren't going to different environments all the time. But likewise, it's also important to remember that people do need the support of their networks, and that's why they're there. So thank you very much for your time. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please do follow us on Twitter. Send us an email. And there'll be more of these bite-sized learning exercises coming out soon. Thank you very much.